Hello and welcome to the training that we've got on relaxation and sleep. And obviously, if you want the slides for this, then please do get in touch with me and I can give those to you. But really they're for consultant training so that you can run an online session on relaxation and sleep and the products that we use with some information on each of them as we go along. So I think this is a really key theme at the moment for people, and for many, many customers I've spoken to, definitely they're struggling with relaxing properly if they're working from home, maybe relaxing properly if they're actually not working at the moment and not physically and mentally using as much energy as they used to. So actually the rhythms of things have gone a little bit awry. And then obviously relaxation is so important for quality sleep and all the reasons that we need good quality sleep. So actually this image is the image that I've used for my customers. I've used the WordSwag app where you can take an image, you can just Google any image to do with relaxation or sleep, and then you can overlay it with text. So this is the one that went out to my customers for that event. So I would suggest that you have something like that you're able to send out as a visual invitation. And then, just in terms of your own preparation, not only the date that you're going to be using, but just make some decisions on what the event is going to look like and what samples you're going to send out. I would allow plenty of time at the moment because the post is a little bit intermittent, to say the least. And then from the webinar that you're watching, just make some notes on the product order that I do things in, and then obviously some product notes on each individual item. I would really recommend that you advertise more than once. On a couple of occasions with my customer events that I've been doing, I've had as many people the second time of asking as I've had from the first invitation, and ask people to invite a friend if they want to. That's really growing my customer base, and I know many of you are finding the same, that these will be people who go on to be customers after lockdown, people who are interested in coming to things now. And then set up the online party link on the day of the event so that you've got time for that to go live. It takes about half an hour. And you can also send it on at the beginning of the day of the event so that people can browse your website and have already familiarised themselves with that link ready for purchasing at the end. And last minute reminders and instructions are important. So if you're wanting them to have a bowl of water for their session, or you're wanting them to have cotton pads, or whatever it is, depending on the theme, this is always relevant. A last minute reminder of the time, and then please make sure you've got with you, and usually my instructions for that are a nice drink and of your choice, and the samples that I've sent you. And in this particular session I'm going to be using some of the herbal teas that we've got, because obviously they're great for relaxation and sleep. So you might, in your instructions for this one, just want to say, add your quiet time tea bag sachet to a mug of hot water just before we're due to start, something like that. So make it really clear how you want it to be set up for them. And then in terms of your own preparation, having a space where people can see the product display whilst you're showing them. Often I've sold so many diffusers basically just by having a diffuser in the background. So whether that's at your dining room table or you've got a little table set up next to you on the sofa, really up to you, but just positioning your screen for the Zoom so that people can see the products is a subtle way actually of showing them your display. Is a bit like walking into a shop, so it just nudges them in the direction of purchase. So definitely my tip here is to be online before the start, because people clock in, especially people who aren't familiar with Zoom. And it's your chance as well, if this is being hosted by somebody other than yourself, so you don't know the people, just to kind of get to know them a bit, make that really informal and chatty and relaxed, and it takes away any sense of it being separate, the consultant being a separate salesperson. You just become part of the group. Get them chatting early on. So you might introduce yourself. I would say keep that really brief, 60 seconds before you engage them with a question. And if you have got probably up to about 8 people, get them to say why they want this, why they wanted to come to this theme, if it is your own party that you're hosting. But also if you've got an outside host, ask them first why they chose that theme, because that gets the conversation started. It's easier with your host for them to be the first person to speak. And then obviously if you've got a bigger group, then you can use the chat function on Zoom, or if you're using Facebook, then obviously people can put that in the comments. Show them the full display of products that you're going to be using, so there's a sense of, oh great, we're going to get to explore all of those, because don't forget they've got their envelope with sample sachets and sample pots in. It's not as exciting as the full display of products. And if you're using Facebook, take a photograph of that display and then post that into your introductory slides. And then as you go, tell stories about the products if you have them. Use the customers on the Zoom to do that, or on Facebook to do that, if you know that they've already tried this product, and let them say what they love about it. Stories are powerful because it's more powerful to know somebody else's experience than just to know the features and benefits of a product. So definitely use testimonial, yours or somebody else's, if at all possible. And not to worry if you haven't got those stories yet. I think it's one of the things that comes from being a consultant who uses the products. You know, over time I've experienced the products and I'm able to talk personally about them, rather than just know what it says in the catalogue. So if you're new, don't worry about that. It will come over time. So I think with this particular theme, one of the good things to start with is to engage with the fact that we have products that help support our relaxation and our sleep, but actually there are outside aids to being able to unwind. And I chose these two here as my favourites. They're things that I try to do if I know that my stress levels are high, or I need some time out to relax. And actually, as I'm recording this is the first one is exactly what I did yesterday. I was peopled out on screens, and when it came to cooking supper, I put my phone away in my office and I didn't look at it again until the morning. And the world's still spinning. You know, sometimes you just need a complete break from screens, and not just the input that comes from those, but actually the rays and the electrodes, the electronic waves that come from phones are really disruptive to the body, and it's good to have a break, even just for a few hours, and then sleep deeper. It's amazing how much that makes a difference. So this bit here is about, you know, just a discussion about what they use as techniques for relaxing and unwinding. And this could be a discussion about yoga, going for a walk. These just happen to be my two favorites. So I would talk to customers about this breathing technique and coming away from screens, so that we're acknowledging that holistically products don't solve everything. We need to have practices that help us to detox and unwind and prepare our bodies for bed. Routine is another one that often comes up in conversation in this kind of discussion. So actually your body is triggered by knowing that, for instance, you always have a bath before you go to bed, or reading for half an hour before you go to bed. You know, whatever the thing is, just sharing some tips and techniques is good for this bit. And so then a bit of information about the Quiet Time tea, which obviously you've got them a sachet. So this is one of the products that they will have received, and they can just enjoy drinking that whilst you're chatting. They probably will have been sipping on it whilst you were talking about the relaxation techniques that they employ. And it just tells them a bit about what is in the herbal tea. So as you can see there, it's pink rosebuds, lime flower and chamomile to help you unwind and come to a quiet place. It's good to know about our tea bags that actually we've got an awful lot of information inside and around the box. So even the details about being kind to the planet are on the back of the box. And then if I just open up inside, you can see there's a whole load of information inside the box lid, and also right in the back, down the back there, there's some more writing. And then even on the tea bag itself, on the back, lots of information, including the ingredients. So encourage them to make the most of the boxes when they come, because there's an awful lot that they can learn from that. And of course, our tea bags are naturally whitened. They are not bleached with any chemicals. We don't have staples or glue, which in some teas will seep obviously into the drink if it's put in hot water. All of ours are hand stitched and completely natural bags. So not just purity in the ingredients, but purity in the bag as well. Now, for my customers, for my sleep and relaxation session, what I've done is I've used the essential oil tester strips that are in business tools, and actually ran out. I think there were 50 in a booklet, and so I used cotton buds, which I then of course had to stick a little label on. That was really time consuming, so I really recommend investing in the tester strips. But actually just even thinking about how do I get these oils to people in a way that hopefully contains the fragrance for the little bit of time that they need to travel in the post and before the session. So obviously it's not going to be as wonderful as smelling the oil straight from the bottle, but at least it should give them a sense of whether they are drawn to that oil or not as we go. And there are several in this particular workshop. So however you're wrapping them, whether it's in a very thin and small piece of cling film that you're just rolling, or you're putting them into little bags, up to you, but obviously you need to keep those wrapped separately so that they can enjoy the fragrance. And the first one that I've chosen is frankincense, and you can read through the slide here, you can screenshot it. The information has all come from the website, but basically frankincense helps to lower your heart rate and deepen breathing, which is why it's been used for meditation and religious ceremonies for centuries. So it's using the oil perhaps in a different way than we're used to in thinking about the oil in skincare. We think of it as part of our Age Well collection, but as an essential oil, it's really, really good for unwinding and relaxing. As you can see there, it blends really well with lemon, chamomile roman and grapefruit. So if somebody is wanting to make their own concoction of essential oils to go in a diffuser, they've got some other additional suggestions there. And this is one of the oils that you can use in so many different ways. So as you can see there, putting it into the bath or using in the shower, obviously in a carrier. So it says there with bath oil, shower gel, full fat milk, or a carrier oil. And carrier oil wise, I would recommend the Create bath oil, because then that's a link purchase with the essential oil, obviously. You can inhale over a bowl of steaming water to really help you relax. It's good for massages and for use in the diffusers. So really versatile oil. So encourage them to smell that one. And then into a bowl that they can fit their feet into, which is part of this online workshop. They can tip their little sample pot of aromatic foaming bath, and if I just go on to the next slide, or aromatic bath salts, up to you which you sample, but obviously they only need a sample of one because the products smell of the same essential oil fragrance, so they're getting the experience of our aromatic range in either a foaming bath or the bath salts. I have found that the aromatic foaming bath can leak a bit if you are needing to post things out to people. So just to be aware of that, make sure that the lid of the sample pot is really well screwed down, potentially with a little bit of cling film in over the top of the pot, and then screw the lid down on top of that just to stop it leaking. But the aromatic range is incredibly spa-like. It's amazing. Lavender, marjoram and geranium essential oils. And on the bottle it says to help bring a sense of well-being. It's a really good one for unwinding. And this aromatic foaming bath is one of my favourite body products. And of course it's got skin conditioning oils in it, so rather than many people's experience of a foaming bath will be that they're a bit drying, and ours aren't. So they're skin conditioning and good for them to experience this with their feet in warm water. Having your feet warm, of course, is relaxing in itself, but to enjoy this product or the aromatic bath salts, which currently are half price for that massive jar. They're really big and quite heavy, 350 grams worth of bath salts and glass jar. They are currently $7.25. No, $7.75 I think it is, instead of $15.50. So incredibly good value. So encourage people to have some of those. So the next essential oil for them to try is the Calming Blend. And this one, as you can see, it was blended with children in mind, and just really interesting mixture: Roman chamomile, mandarin and bergamot. And actually for anyone who's overexcited, overtired or a little bit grouchy, this is a good one. And it's suitable for children over 2 years. It also actually is a really nice blend, I find, to relax my dog when there are fireworks. So it's not just for people, and obviously for use with animals it just needs to be used in a well ventilated room so the animal can move in and out as it wants to. So diffusers and burners, inhalation again, and massages, which is brilliant, and helps to just create an atmosphere of calm in a room. So a good one for the end of a busy day. So their feet are still in the warm water with the aromatic foaming bath or bath salts, and then they're able to smell the tester that you've sent them of the Calming Blend, and then compare it with De-Stress, which is totally different as a fragrance. If I just go back one, this one has got a slightly citrus base if you think about the bergamot and the mandarin. The Roman chamomile alters that somewhat, but the De-Stress oil is very much more sort of heady floral. Ylang ylang and neroli. Neroli is orange flower. So as you can imagine, that's quite a heavy fragrance of floral. And then the petitgrain is, it just lifts it. That's almost citrusy, and just kind of softens that heady floral fragrance. But neroli oil on its own is really expensive, and so if you love the fragrance but want a blend that is price wise a bit cheaper, this is a really good one to go for, and is again calming and relaxing, but also because of the petitgrain, it's a bit spacious, you know. It's reassuring in a it's okay kind of way. A sense of tranquility is a great way to describe it. And for people who are under a lot of stress at the moment, this isn't just an end of the day thing. I'm actually using this in the office because of the intensity of work in lockdown, it's actually a really nice one to help keep some balance. So you could recommend this one alongside the Live diffuser, which obviously has a USB connector, so it's a good one for the office. Another variation is the meditation blend, and obviously we've got this one in the essential oil and also in the remedy to roll. So this one is Susan Curtis's own fragrance, which is really nice to have, and is a more woody fragrance, sort of more earthy because of the sandalwood and the frankincense in it. But it's also got orange and a bit of black pepper, so completely different from citrus or floral. And so actually it's just really nice to be able to try different ones and decide which is your favourite for relaxing. Meditation is good for time out. And the remedy to roll has the same blend in it, and these are to be used on your pulse points. So they're in a carrier oil, I think it's sunflower oil, and that you just put them onto your pulse points, so to rub into your wrists. In fact, let me just get it out, it'd be nice to do that. Here we are, meditation remedy to roll. So it's got a little roller ball on the top, and you rub it into your pulse points just below your ear, on your neck, a little bit there. And if you've got if you haven't got trousers on, the back of your knees is another place for pulse points. It smells absolutely divine. I love it. So 2 ways to have meditation blend. So then we go into nighttime, so kind of later in the evening. So this workshop's kind of separated into relaxing and unwinding, and then some preparation for bed. And this is the first one, excuse me, of the preparation for bed. So the nighttime tea is chamomile and lavender in the main, but it's also got lemon balm in it, which you'll see being featured later this month as a product feature. Mine is going nuts in the garden. It's a really easy herb to grow, and actually makes a lovely herbal tea on its own. If you just break off a sprig and put it in a mug of hot water, it's a lovely tea, especially with a little bit of honey. But this one is a lovely blend to help really relax, ready for sleep, makes you sleepy. And again, like the other quiet time tea, lots of information inside the box. A little bit about lavender there, and information in the bottom of the box below the tea bags. Everything written, and to be honest, there's information on all 4 sides of the box. So absolutely use the boxes as a bit of a prompt. And as you can see, there are other ingredients other than the chamomile and lavender. It says they're blended with passion flower, valerian and lime flower, as well as the chamomile, lavender and lemon balm. So it's a really lovely mixture. And there's the information too on the kind to the planet bit on this slide about that I was saying about the actual bags themselves. So just really nice attention to detail that we know and love about Neal's Yard Remedies. So they might want to just pause here and refresh their mug of hot water from their quiet time tea and have a nighttime tea, and they might decide they want to save it for after the session and have it before they go to bed. So this is an additional product. For my customers, I haven't sampled this one, mostly because I didn't have it in stock. But you can talk about the fact that there are what are quite traditional bedtime gifts in the lavender bath salts. They smell incredible, the lavender bath salts, really strong fragrance of lavender, and you don't need very much for a therapeutic bath. But obviously the benefit of bath salts themselves is that the salt crystals are detoxing for the skin. So you can just mention that. You don't need to have sampled it to them. And then I've chosen 2 products for face that help to unwind and are good for the aromatherapeutic benefit for bedtime, but also for their impact on the skin whilst we sleep. So the reason I've chosen 2, I've got the Frankincense Intense Lift Serum and Beauty Sleep Concentrate. The reason for that is that the stock of Beauty Sleep Concentrate is a bit intermittent, and so if you've got stock to sell, or if it's available on the system, just check before you choose the samples that you're going to be sending out, and just pick one of them if you want to, one of these 2 products. This one I've chosen because the inhaling of the aroma of the serum, as you can see under the section that says enhanced well-being, they did some consumer trials with the women who were trialing this product, and they actually did some recording of heart rates before and after inhaling the aroma, and saw that the heart rates dropped. So they felt the impact in their bodies of relaxing immediately on smelling this product. And obviously, in terms of intense support of your skin and the recontouring and lifting and firming elements of this product, it's a great one for our age well range to be a bit of a focus of a nighttime routine. So this should really ideally be applied morning and evening, but obviously for the purposes of this particular theme, talk about the benefit of the aroma and unwinding with the fragrance. And then Beauty Sleep Concentrate, incredible product that is clinically proven to moisturize for up to 12 hours. I mean, to be honest, this is a product to sleep on, because they are going to be amazed and delighted at the impact of this on their skin the following morning. Your skin definitely feels plumper and firmer, and all of that helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it just makes everybody look like they've had more sleep than they actually have. But also, I think the essential oils in it help unwind you. So the fragrance of it is calming and relaxing, and just using it, the ingredients in it as well are able to support the work that your skin naturally does when you're asleep. So your skin goes into repair mode when you're asleep, and the tripeptide and the essential oils that are in this product will support that process. It's packed with sodium hyaluronate, which is a natural skin moisture, and just really helps to replenish the skin overnight. Amazing product. If you haven't tried this one, definitely treat yourself. And obviously we have additional products to our Beauty Sleep range. So you may have a body lotion and you may have a body butter. I would recommend that that's one of the samples that you put into a pot, so that people can try the Beauty Sleep Concentrate and then the Beauty Sleep body butter or body lotion, because the more beauty sleep you have on your skin, the better. Excuse me. So the body lotion is lighter than the body butter. That's a thicker, creamier product in a pot. And the essential oils are ylang ylang, patchouli and clary sage. Really, really nourishing. As you can see, it's got olive and pumpkin seed oils in it, just to help really moisturize and replenish the skin. Delicious, restful fragrance, gorgeous. So let them try a little bit of that. I'm just going to move my image over there. So, okay, so Good Night Pillow Mist. This is just another beautiful product, and it comes in a box like that. So it actually makes a really nice present, rather than just the spray on its own. And this one needs to be spritzed kind of around the pillow area. It's not a room spray, it's just for the area around the bed. But actually, just really important that it's not sprayed direct onto the bedding, because it can mark if you're not careful. So what I love about this pillow mist is that it has got lavender in it, but it's been blended with other essential oils. So for people who aren't so keen on the lavender, they're getting the benefit of lavender, but with other essential oils, which is lovely. Best way to promote this one is to buy it and use it for yourself. And this one, I did do a spritz onto a tester strip or cotton bud, so that people could smell the fragrance. I'm hoping that it lasts. I've actually got my sleep and relaxation session tonight, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, nighttime blend. So this one is for the diffusers at bedtime, and you can just kind of take the relaxing oils another level. Really helps you to switch off. And vetiver and lavender, it really does stop your mind worrying. That's a really good way to describe it. It's just real kind of calm down oil. So for a diffuser in the bedroom, or for just before going to bed, this is a good one. It also comes in a remedy to roll, but as you can see there, the oils are different. If I just go back, this one is vetiver and lavender, and this one is neroli, rose and Roman chamomile. So again, for good relaxation for when it's time for bed. Evening ritual, we talked about the rituals and the triggers for the body. So actually to have that next to your bed, pillow mist, remedy to roll, your body is getting cues that it is time to go to sleep. Lavender essential oil on its own, I mean, sometimes people want the purity of one oil rather than a blend, but this is obviously for those people who love the fragrance of lavender. It's great for helping people to go to sleep. As you can see there, you can use it in a variety of different ways, but this is one of the essential oils. You have to be a little bit careful of not overusing it. So you only need the amounts that are described there. So in a diffuser, 1 to 3 drops. For the bath and shower, 2 drops per 5 drops per 2 tablespoons of bath oil or carrier oil. Because if you use too much of lavender essential oil, it actually does the opposite. So it will actually become an energizing oil. So not overdoing lavender is really important. And then the other thing to help us sleep is the Beauty Sleep concentrate, Beauty Sleep supplement that obviously is part of the Beauty Sleep range. It all comes together on the Beauty Sleep page in our catalogues. And what this has got is some herbs and vitamins and other ingredients like hyaluronic acid to help your skin's nighttime regeneration, and also moisturize and plump the skin, but also to help just find the balance for your skin, so to help it function well, and B vitamins for nervous system. So this is just full of ingredients that help combat the stress and tiredness and fatigue of the current climate, and also to help your skin with night repair. And actually now I have a couple of customers who have been able to use this Beauty Sleep supplement with the other Beauty Sleep products that we've talked about, and have found that for them, they have been able to come off sleeping tablets, or have for the first time been able to sleep through the night in a very long time. So, you know, that's testimonial for them particularly. Let's not make big claims about using this will help you come off sleeping tablets. It's not that. It was just, the story is that for them it supported their systems enough to be in using our products that they didn't need to have the medication that they were taking previously. And obviously that's going to be a mixture of the rituals of their bedtime routine, unwinding well, using essential oils to help trigger that unwinding process, and their routine for bedtime, as well as the products themselves. But just lovely that it can have that much impact. So those are all the products, and then in wrapping up your session, it's good to get people to put into the chat or to tell you out loud which of the fragrances that they liked and which were their favourites. So hopefully during the course of the session they've been jotting down the things that catch their attention, the things they particularly like. And so, for instance, if somebody says aromatic, then obviously they've got options of shower gel, bath salts, foaming bath, and just, you know, which of the aromatic would they like to go for. Beauty Sleep has the supplements, the concentrate, the body butter, and the body lotion. And then in terms of the other products, I've put meditation times 2 because obviously that was the same in the same blend of oils in the essential oil blend and also in the remedy to roll. But actually just helping them to by reiterating the options that they've got in each of those fragrances is good. And then offer support in their choosing. So if it's a small group, some of them may want to ask you questions there and then. That's the best idea. Get them to engage in what their action is going to be. I had an online party this week where the group was too big to be able to do that, and I really noticed the difference in the uptake for sales afterwards, because I hadn't had the chance to talk to them sort of individually within the group. We had, I think it was 14 on screen, and so it was just left a bit loose for them to get in contact with me afterwards, which some of them did, but a lot of them haven't yet. So I think it really showed me the importance of being able to get them to engage with what they'd like to choose, and obviously that is about purchasing. But which ones are you going to choose is a good question. It's a nice soft way of saying, so which ones are you going to buy? Which ones will you choose? And then remind them about the online party link, so you can resend that so that they know that the process is that they're going to go and on that online party link, choose their products and pay and order it, and it will go to them free of charge if it's an order of £40 or more. So tell them that, because some people will buy a couple of extra things in order to make it free postage. If they're going to come back to you to place the order, then they won't get free postage if they are ordering direct through you. It's just through that replicated website link. So that's a subtlety of the ordering system. Let me just say that again. If they're going to come back to you and you're going to add them as a customer to the party order, they won't be entitled to free shopping. So you only want them to do that if you're delivering locally when you're out doing your exercise. If it needs to be posted, they need to click on the online party link and place their order themselves. And then obviously finish up with telling them when the next one is. So make sure you know when the next, your next social is going to be. Tell them the date and the theme so that they can start getting excited about that. But also if it's a group that's being hosted by somebody else, then they can also, that's the opportunity to tell them of the other themes that are available and get them to put into the chat which of those themes they would be interested in. So in the social I was telling you about the other night, I just told them what else was available. It was actually a facial social, and I just said, so other areas we could explore would be told them about this one and the hands one that we've done already. And also said we could explore body products, which we're going to do as a later theme for training. And they actually chose body products. So just offer them the options that you're happy to deliver and get them to choose in the chat. So actually I'd already rebooked the group before I left the evening. So even if the sales are a bit low, I've got another booking, so that's all good, and I've learnt my lessons. But also to say at this point that if they want to host something, then they're able to do that with a different group of people. So in the one the other night, there was a lady who said there was a particular group that she meets with, and she thought they would enjoy it too. So she's actually going to be part of the next one for the group that were on screen, but she's also going to host her own, and that's how you grow your bookings. So offer them the themes, ask them which they'd like to rebook, and then tell them that they can host themselves. And obviously that's the opportunity to talk about the host goodies in our host reward program. So I hope that's helpful and given you lots of product information on relaxation and sleep. If you do want the slides, as I said, let me know and I can send those over to you. But to be honest, I don't use slides for customers. I just had some notes on a piece of paper about each product as we went and just told them about it. So you can re-watch this and make some notes yourself and then just have a sea of faces on the screen. Hope it goes really well.